Welcome back to this channel. It's so good to connect with you in this way. There's no coincidences. So the fact that you found this video means that there's a little something in here for you. And I would love to know in the comments what that is, because I want to continue to provide valuable information for you that actually helps you bring your intuition, your full self into your work. So this particular video is how do you scale to your first six figures as a professional intuitive, spiritual, life coach, practitioner, healer, whatever it is. And I did this myself and I help people do it now. I also help businesses navigate the energy, or business owners navigate the energy of their business and what it is they're meant to do in alignment moving forward. This is the way things are headed. We are no longer in this state of using just our mind and saying, well, this works, well, this works, well, this works. Let me put my head down and simply achieve. No, no, no. You and I want to be working 15 to 20 hours a week, doing what we absolutely love, being very well supported and paid for it, and also giving back in a way that suits our own personal desires. And you want to do this and have freedom in your life. Freedom of time, freedom of who you work with, freedom of schedule, freedom of, you know what, I would like to go on vacation, or so and so needs a car, they just turned 16. Like, what is it? Your dreams and desires shouldn't actually be out of reach. If they feel out of reach, you're in an old structure, and that's okay. I have taken many years to get myself out of that structure, so take it from somebody who knows. So here's what you want to do to bring forward your intuitive gifts into your work and make six figures at it. Now, making six figures in any business, and six figures, I'm in America, six figures is kind of the baseline of what you need to pay for your business and pay for a good standard of living. Everything I teach around building a business, and by the way, my degrees in finance, I've had my own intuitive business for 8 years now. I've had multiple businesses. I have been investing since I was 16 years old. I love I love investing, I love numbers, and then it just so happens I've seen energy since I was a kid, and never in a million years did I think these two things would cross paths, yet here we are. And I was also in tech for 17 years. And that served a lot of really great purposes too, because when I would work with companies, I had to understand how these companies operated. I had to understand how it is that they made money, how they service clients, so that we, when we offered them tech support, could help them deliver what it is their company's missions were. So here we are. And I am so passionate about helping intuitives live the lives they want to live in fulfillment of their unique gifts. Because there's over 8 billion people in this world, and not one person is going to help everyone. We are all going to help each other. Okay. So the first thing that you want to do, and I was getting to this point of six figures is a grind. It's more of a mental grind than anything. And you need that time to really help refine, oh, this is what I like to do. Oh, this is what I don't want to do. Oh, wow, people keep coming to me for this. Or, oh, I'm really intuiting that. I should bring that into my business. When you create a business, I never want you to think, I'm going to create this one thing, this one service, and I'm going to sell it for the next 30 years and retire and give myself a nice watch. No, you are your own personal human experience. You're your own personal brand. You are going to build an ecosystem of a business around what it is you offer, and you get to be creative and you get to color outside the lines with that. In my line of work, I do a ton of house and space clearings. I do a lot of that. I will have individual one-off sessions from time to time, which I still love doing, and it often gives people kind of a taste of what it's like to work with me. And then over the years, people started coming to me with all different types of businesses, restaurant owners, estheticians, of course, spiritual practitioners and intuitives, of course, all different types of writers, professional athletes, politicians. And I teach holding energetic space. Anybody can do this. It takes a lot of practice to develop your form of it. But what happens is when you hold energetic space, You are intuiting for someone else guidance to help them get unblocked and unstuck and move along their path. So people were coming to me for the business of being a professional sports individual, the business of being a parent, actually. That one always surprises me because I'm not a parent myself, but Spirit always has answers, believe me, and support. It's really cool. Investors, home buyers. And any time that has come through, I've noticed like, wow, there's some really similar tools here that can help you whether or not you're opening a new type of restaurant or a spiritual practitioner. Okay, so we're going to talk about some of these tools here today. Not all of them, but some of them. So getting to your first 6 figures, like I said, is that time where you're having to heal the part of you that doesn't want to show up for this work. Some of you are going to show up face to face online. Great. Some of you are going to say that's never going to be my bag. Great. Do you. But you still need to energetically show up for this work, and you're going to heal that, especially as you grow your business. The next thing is you're going to get really comfy and confident understanding yourself and that what you do has a positive effect on people. So when I look at the early stages of my business, I call it a business because people were paying me for the work, but I was like, wow, oh my gosh, are you seeing this? I was like, I'm getting this message. I'm noticing this. And it was a lot of back and forth validation, and that's fantastic. You need a lot of that, especially in the beginning. And now I'm at a phase where I'm like, okay, so this is what I'm perceiving, this is what I'm seeing. And oftentimes the way Spirit works with me is I help people with their next 3 to 6 month trajectory. So not everybody can fully align with that yet because they need to walk into it. But now I'm very confident in what it is I offer. And in that time frame, you're going to become very, very confident with what it is you offer. And that is so important. It's so important. So I don't want anybody to skeet super fast past this part. I know you may be thinking, Emily, I need to make more than 6 figures so I could quit my soul-sucking job or so I can make money, and I get that. At the same time, I want you to really sit back and be like, okay, what am I intuiting to bring forward? That's number one. Number one is, what are you intuiting as far as services to bring forward? How did that just happen? So sorry. I thought I had do not disturb on. We're going to X out of that. Okay. So the next thing that I want you to focus on, not just what am I meant to bring forward, but how am I meant to bring it forward? And think about how it is that you're actually meant to help other people. Do not wait for the perfect package or the perfect offer to get started. Get comfortable now telling people what it is you do and how you help them. And I want you to get out of the mindset of this is what I do. So I don't walk around telling people I hold energetic space. They'd be like, that's great. That doesn't concern me. Instead, what I do is I say I help people get really clear on their unique intuition, their unique energy gifts and skill sets. And then for those who are in business or their brand, I can help them get to their own personal next level. So that is not me telling someone I hold energetic space. That's me telling someone the results that they're going to get by working with me, and you want to do the same thing in your business. Excuse me. So put together an offer and start sharing it now. You can create a free account on Canva. You could put your offer in a PDF document, and you can put it on your social media, and you can start talking about it now. If you do that for 3 weeks and you show up every single day and you share about the benefits that people are going to get in working with you in that program, I promise you people will sign up. Period. They will sign up. There's over 8 billion people in this world. And the first thing we did is we started with, what is it that you're intuiting to share? Because now you are following your spiritual side, and then you're taking action on the masculine side, on the human side. We need both. And when you do things in alignment like that, and you say, and you connect from your heart, from your own inner light, and say, I am ready to share this work with people. I'm ready to show up and do this work. People will find you. It is like clockwork. It's so funny because when I open a program, I always intuit about how many people I should sign up ahead of time. And the numbers just come through like boom. And I'm like, okay, it's going to be that many people. I don't do it around revenue goals. I do it around who's ready to be supported this way. So, yeah. Revenue goals are good to have, but at the same time, when we want to do it in alignment, it's like, okay. And I also tell clients to intuit what to price these things. So, with your offer, what I want you to do is create a very micro aspect of your offer. This is the second part. So you now have your offer, and make your offer about 3 to 4 months of working with you, because you and I know nobody heals everything in one session. And talk about the transformation. This is the transformation you will experience in 3 to 4 months. They're going to have sessions with you. They're going to have support in between. Maybe you have some add-ons. Do not overgive. The universe will spank your little energetic tushy if you try to overgive. Think about companies you worked for. When you overgave, they gave you a big pat on the back. Hopefully they paid you for it and they're like, good job, you've got a good work ethic. The universe says, are you in alignment? Are you living your best life? Are you doing the work you're being called to fulfill? Great. Please don't overdo it, because then you're not going to be able to do the work that we need you to do. Isn't that funny how that works? So getting back to your offer, make it multiple months, and now people have close proximity access to you. And since they're getting this one-on-one bespoke support from you, you are going to get such valuable experience, and you want to price it accordingly. So this offer should be anywhere between $1,100 and $4,400. Totally up to you what you decide and intuit to price it at. And you want to put this package together and again talk about the transformation for the person. This is exactly what we go through in Prism. I walk you through it step by step. The next thing is you're going to create a micro offer from that. So for me, for example, I have the alignment container, which helps people get really crystal clear on their unique energy, their unique spirit team, and how they become aligned creators in their life. Not manifestors, aligned creators. And then I have the Inner Light Framework, which is free, which teaches you how to connect with your inner light and work with it on a day-to-day basis. And that's the foundation of what I teach people and hold energetic space for them for in the alignment container. So that's a micro offer. The other thing is, for Prism, one of my freebies is a 12-minute guide to attracting soulmate clients in alignment. That's one of my most popular lead magnets, because it's the energetic alignment work, so you feel really safe and secure having people sign up with you so that you're ready to go. And you're calling them in. You're sending out a little beacon, like, oh, hey, I'm here, this work exists, come find me, however it is they find you, right? So that's the second part. Because from day one in your business, you should absolutely 100% be collecting emails for your newsletter. Period, end of story. If you take away nothing else from me, take away that. Start building your newsletter from the beginning. That's another thing that we focus on a lot in Prism. Prism is the business course. You can do it one-on-one with me, or you can do it in the collective setting, because I really think that community is super important, especially for spiritual entrepreneurs. The next thing that you're going to do, the third part, is you are going to get very comfortable talking about, again, the transformation that you guide people through. The way that you do this is you talk about why you put the program together. You talk about how these tools have helped you in your experience. You also want to share a bit of your knowledge. This is how I did this. This is how I learned that. So people are like, oh, they know what it is that they're doing and talking about. When you promote your work, like I said, 2-3 weeks, people will sign up. Period. And so far, all of this is costing you no money, because there's a free version of Canva. This video is complimentary, and social media is free. Now, I actually am a big proponent of, especially women, understanding the value of investing in ourselves. If you're at a point in life where you financially can't invest in yourself, number one, look at where you're spending time and resources. Number two, library, podcast, YouTube. Library, podcast, YouTube. And then get to the point where you're comfortable trusting yourself and trusting your gut that you can invest in a coach, in a mentor. This is a very normal thing for us to experience in life. You know, we used to have tribes of elders and family in a village all around us, and we're currently in a place where we have to pay for a lot of that close proximity work. The world is changing though. I remember the first year I invested in myself, it felt so massive. It felt so massive. And now I get so excited. I can tell when it's time for me to turn down a little bit less of that. And then I can feel when it's time to turn up. And I'm like, yes, I get to hire a new mentor, someone where I get to have these juicy, ooey gooey conversations about myself and my growth and my business and what I'm trying to bring forward. And we love that for ourselves, right? It's like investing in therapy or in our well being, where we pay fitness classes. Let's normalize investing in ourselves. You will make more money back investing in yourself in whatever way you choose to do than anything else. All right. So selling that program. Say you sell your program. Okay, so 1100. I'm going to do a little calculation here. So say you're going to sell your program for $1,100, which I wouldn't recommend. I'd actually recommend a bit higher. So that's roughly 91 people who would need to go through the program. So that's roughly 7.5, 8 people a month. But if you double that price, then you need 4 to 5 people a month. That means one person a week is purchasing your program. That means you're getting more experience. And then what happens is the way that you then double your income is you're like, well, I want this to reach more people who are at different stages of life. And you create a group program, or you create a really good quality that delivers offer that people can buy at a much more consumable rate. Notice how I said quality? Notice how everything I talk about here, I talk about the energetics and the logic behind it all. I'm not just talking about making money. I'm talking about the full eco spectrum of you being a fully developed spiritual human. We're not just focusing on one thing, we're focusing on the whole package. That's how you have integrity with your business, that's how you have integrity with your work, and that's how you're a smart business owner. I'm really, really excited for you. Let me know in the comments what your biggest takeaway was, what bigger questions you have, what other topics you want me to cover. Either way, it is such a pleasure our paths have crossed. Thank you for being here, and be sure to like and subscribe. Talk to you later. Bye.